you're watching The Agenda. Now, as we come to the end of Women's Month, this is the last day, in fact. It's been a month where we've looked back at some of the issues, challenges and successes of women, but also highlighting, of course, the challenge that women face against sexual abuse and violence and other kind of intimidation, particularly against men. And one thing that we learned this past week, in fact, is that this isn't limited to women without means. Even strong, powerful businesswomen suffer at the hands of men, particularly in cycles of abuse. Top businesswoman and struggle stalwart Dr. Thandi Ndlovu was laid to rest on Friday. Ndlovu died in a car crash in Rustenburg last weekend.
I have decided, in your honor, my sister, as a tribute, to embark on a journey about a part of your life that kept buried in the depths of your heart for almost a decade. I'm eternally grateful to God for your opening up to me and my sister Jeanette and many other sisters in this room when in May this year you told us about the horror and pain you were forced to endure, literally at the hands of someone you called your husband. Subsequent to this, you made a conscious decision to again put yourself aside and to elucidate the demonic nature of domestic violence. My sister, you were abused, including physically, by somebody who lived under the same roof with you. Yes, my sister, the strong Dr. Ndlovu, you faced all manner of abuse in your marriage. It was emotional, it was verbal, it was physical. And the most painful part of this narrative is that it was shrouded in silence. You were a formidable woman who ran an empire and was confronted by this abuse. Every day and all alone, Thandi. For 10 years you struggled to say, enough is enough. You struggled to say kwanele, and you struggled to say hooligan. As you met your untimely death, you continually lived in fear of your life, yet you continued to prevail. This is evidenced by the fact that even in death, you were in the presence of a bodyguard. You had to get somebody to protect you because you feared for your life. Last Friday, the day before the accident, you attended a lunch in your honor, hosted by the women closest to you. All of you saw these women come up to the stage. At that event, you spoke yet again about your abuse, and you implored women to speak out. My sister, we promise you, and that's why we are here. And that is why I am here and speaking out. Today, in your recognition, my sister, I'm dedicating my eulogy to you and the incredible trials and tribulations you faced. Your struggle is one woman and many women that face this daily. This struggle pays no regard to who you are, your age, your race, your religious affiliation, your fancy education, or your erudite standing in society. Common wisdom would make us believe you, Dr. T, would not be a victim of such tragic abuse, as you are financially independent and a bastion in all communities where you worked. That common wisdom is, if anything, unwise in all manner, shape, and form. It is in fact devoid of truth. You use your powerful belief to prevail to the bitter end, in spite of having to deal with this horror. A significant change in mindset is required to stem the scourge of domestic violence. In preparation for marriage, ditaelo say ulukhuni umendo, and that precludes spousal abuse. The civil crime continues to propagate itself in the so-called sacred spaces we all lovingly call home.